In this video, we will look at the self-scheduling feature and how to use it to allow your employees to schedule themselves. So the self-scheduling feature is usually enabled, but what you need to do is go to a shift and say Edit. And on any shift, you will notice that there is a flag called self-scheduling on the shift. All right, so what you'll need to do is obviously publish it for self-scheduling, and then choose a start date and an end date for how long that shift is available. So this gives you full control over when the shift becomes visible for your employees to pick up, and it also lets you control how long it's visible for them to pick up. So we'll leave that up to you to decide whether that's a few hours or several days. The main purpose of the self-scheduling is for you to post shifts that you need filled and then let your staff log in on their Team Express app and pick up what they want to work. Now, some of the concerns people usually have with this is that, people are going to pick up shifts that give them a large number of hours for the week, maybe exceeding overtime limits. There's rules in place for this as well, where you cannot pick up a shift if it breaks some system rule. So if you have system rules in place that say, you can only work X number of hours per week, or if you have a qualification rule that says you have to have a certain qualification to work there, that still all applies here. So there's no need to be concerned that someone can pick up a shift that you wouldn't otherwise schedule for them. All right, so what you want to do is set the publish and set up some date and time range for that to be available for self-scheduling, and say okay, and then just make sure, of course, that you save that shift. Once you do that, this little self-scheduling icon will show up. It looks like a little calendar with a check mark. That means this is a self-scheduling shift. So you can see visually on the schedule which shifts are self-scheduled shifts versus which aren't. All right. So in our example, I've got 2 shifts Friday I need filled, and I also have 2 on Saturday I need filled. So I've gone ahead and I've published those, and I've made them available to the employees right now. All right. So now the only thing left for you to do now is basically wait for these shifts to get picked up. All right. So after you publish them, what you could do is you could use the Notify Employees feature to tell people about these shifts if you want. So I could select all these shifts and go up to the Notify Employees. And if you want to give a message to some of your team as far as, that there's shifts available, you could go ahead and send this out to your staff. Here's all my staff. I could send them a message. Hello, there are self-scheduling shifts available. Please pick them up, or something to that effect. This will give them a mass broadcast to the people in this list that the shifts are available. Getting this list customized is something we will look at later. There's a separate video on how to set up these rules, and you can use a search rule to find certain groups of people. In my case, my rule is just searching for people who are qualified to work this shift. All right, so you click Notify and you can send the message. And that went ahead and sent out the message to all the people. And now as a scheduler, your job is done. Now you just need to wait. So you just leave your schedule alone and go and do something else. And this is what your employees will see. First of all, they'll get the message saying that there's shifts available. Okay, and then second of all, after they get that message, they can decide if it's worth their time to log in and see it. So I'm going to show you what that message looks like. So I just got this email, open shifts are available, and here is the message I typed, and that's from management. Okay, so now I know, okay, there's shifts available. So as an employee now, we will log in and we will try to pick up those shifts. So let's do that. So here I am in my Team Express app, and all they need to do is go to self-scheduling, and they need to search for shifts, and let's see if there's anything available over the next week. So between today's date and next week, we will search, and then we wait, and we see that there's shifts available. So if I want to pick this up, let's say I want to take the Saturday shift, I just select it, and I say schedule me, and it says I've been assigned. Perfect. So now if I go back to the schedule as the employee, I'm working on Saturday. And if I go back to the schedule, let's just click refresher on the schedule. The open shift is now filled, and that employee has picked up one of the shifts on Saturday. I still have 1 remaining open on Saturday. And that's really all there is to it. So you can be creative with how you use this. You could use this to do all of your shifts. You could use this for leftover shifts. But the main goal is for you to just basically publish what is available to work, and the employees will go ahead and pick them up themselves. One of the questions that you may have is for the employees, will they be able to have an order as far as who selects the shifts first, or what stops, what allows this person to pick up a shift before someone else? Well, with self-scheduling, it's designed around a first-come, first-served basis. Okay, so it is literally tracked down to the millisecond, and whoever clicks that Schedule Me button first, they're the ones who get the shift. If you have a more strict way of assigning the shifts and you need them assigned in a particular order, then you may not want to use the self-scheduling. You may want to look at the shift bidding, and you may want to check out our shift bidding video elsewhere on the channel. All right, so that about wraps it up. We will talk to you again